Want to rob somebody? Who you thinking of?
Maybe Greg.
Greg? You want to rob Greg? Oh, yeah, that little punk has it coming.
Yeah. Oi, give us your damn money.
What? Wait,
give us your money.
Put it in the bag. Open your wallet. Wait, what's going on here? I don't...
We're taking your damn money. What do you think?
You know what I think? I think this is very inappropriate and foul. I'm not giving you a goddamn cent. And here's the thing, and here's the real kicker. I would have given both of you some money if you had politely asked me beforehand. But that's not what you decided to do now, is it? You decided to come up to me in the street demanding that I give you shit. Well, guess what? That's not how you get shit. And that's not how you get anything in this life. That's how you run around making your money?
Yeah.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself then. You have anything to say for yourself? Either of you? Look, I don't have to explain myself to you. You don't have to explain yourself to me. And I don't have to give shit to you. Because what are you going to do to me? I'll attack you. You're going to attack me? That's how you solve your problems with violence?
Yes, we're gonna beat you.
You're going to beat me up?
Yes.
Okay, well, come on. Come on and do it.
Oh. God dang.
Alright, we got his money. Let's go. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get started for you?
Can we get 2 McDoubles, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. It'll be, $20.
There you go.
This is fake money. Damn it! That goddamn asshole. Wait till he gets a load of us.
Yeah. Oi, you gave us fake money.
Yeah, and what about it?
You're gonna give us your real money.
I don't have to give you shit. You can go prying again and you're gonna get the same amount of counterfeit bills. Because I don't carry cash on me.
Why did we decide to rob this guy again?
I don't know.
Let's just get out of here.
We gotta start meeting somewhere else. What if she finds out? Don't worry, babe. She's not gonna find out. Find out about what? Pepsi. What are you doing here? What do you mean, what am I doing in my own house? Let me ask you what that bitch is doing here. You told me you were going to Sprite's house. Do you think I was born fucking yesterday, Dr. Pepper, baby? Did you think I wouldn't see you bringing that trashy hoe in our house on the Ring camera? Like you've been doing for the past 2 weeks? Okay, you need to watch your fucking tongue because I promise I'm not a bitch and I'm definitely no hoe. What you need to do is stay out of it because it's not even about you. Actually, I think it is about me. When you want to keep calling me out of my name, I'll call you whatever the fuck I want to call you under my own roof. If you want to come in my house and fuck my man, you cheap ass gang. Oh, you want to call me cheap like you're not a whole knockoff? You want to be me so fucking bad it's pathetic. Oh, I promise I don't want to be anything like you, whore. What would I have to be jealous of when people still pick me over you during taste testings? Everybody knows you're mad. You'll never have my market share. Okay, unlike you, I don't need to oversaturate my brand to prove what the fuck I'm worth. Lord knows you try to, but no one wants it. Not even your own husband. Keep my husband's name out of your mouth, bitch. You better watch who you're calling a bitch. What are you gonna do about it, Miss Coca? Really, I'll show you what the fuck I'm gonna do about it, bitch. Fine then. If you're about it, then come here then, bitch. You don't want to, bitch, come here. Bitch, come here. Now you get the hell out of this house right now, you piece of shit prick. I'm not going anywhere. This is my house. You fine, I'm leaving you. And I'm taking Junior with me. Okay, well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. That's not even my child anyways. Oh, here we go. He doesn't even look like me. It's because he looks like me, shit for brains. You can stay here and plow your rancid whore, but you don't need to know where the fuck I'll be. Come on, Junior. You'll be back. Oh, yeah, sure I'll be, motherfucker. Stop playing dumb with me, Melinda. I know exactly what the fuck you've been doing. Alan, you are delusional. I'm not cheating on you. Oh, really? Then why did I see your panties in the back seat of that truck in the driveway? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And who the hell's kid is this in our house? I told you, I was babysitting to make some extra money. Oh, you're so full of shit. Where is he? Where's that son of a bitch, Alan? Go back to work. Oh yeah, you want me to go back to work in my shift so you can get back to work in another man's shaft. I know you're in here, motherfucker. You know what? I'm tired of hiding. It's me. I've been sleeping with your wife. Matt? My own cousin? No shit, Sherlock. I've been porking your wife since August. You proud of yourself, you scumbag piece of shit? Anything else you want to let me know? Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. Your wife got pregnant and didn't know which of us was the dad, so she got an abortion. Fuck you! You know what, Matt? If you're gonna tell him about what you've been doing, you should tell him the full story. Samson? Melinda, what is my brother doing here? Samson, you shut your goddamn mouth. No, I'm tired of lying about us, Matt. Alan, I've been sleeping with Matt for the past year, and we recently started having three-ways with your wife. Samson, what the fuck? Alan, I didn't mean to hurt you. You shouldn't even be worried about me. You're having sex with your own cousin and having a devil three-way with your sister-in-law? Do you not have any self-respect? Did our mother not raise you better than this? Alan, I'm sorry. You know what, Samson? Say sorry to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's gonna have to sleep at night for the rest of your life knowing what you've done. Matt! I know you're in here. Where are you, you sorry two-timing community dick whore hopper? There you are, you asswipe. Penelope, what are you doing? I'm about to make your life a living hell for what you've done to me. How dare you stand up in front of all my friends and family not even a year ago and vow with your hand on the Bible to be my faithful husband when you're nothing but an unfaithful leech. Was that all I ever was to you, Matt? A pocketbook to make sure you had a place to stay? Baby, calm down, you cheap-ass hoe. What the hell are you doing in my house with your stank twat? What am I doing here? Let me ask you what my husband's doing here. I just got my results back from Planned Parenthood, and somehow I caught trichomoniasis and syphilis. I knew there was only one nasty bitch in the whole city my husband could have caught that shit from. You want to say I have a stank twat when you're walking around with more diseases than a rat during the Black Plague? You can't come in my house and disrespect me like that. Alan, get her out of here. Girl, your husband's not going to save you after he knows what you've been doing while he's away. I dare you. Get one step closer to me. Watch I'll beat your motherfucking ass just like I did when I found out you were talking shit about me with Deborah. And if she was there, I would have beat her ass too. Bitch, you tried me, bitch. Just you wait until I tell the school board about what you've been doing, skank. You won't have a job in this county after I'm done with you. You aren't gonna tell them shit. Hey, stop it. Stop hitting my mommy. Please, you stay out of it, you little brat. Oh, I'm sorry, bitch. What was that? What was that, bitch? You don't ever call me out of my name, you sad sack of silicone slut. I'd be more than happy to take you out back with my 9mm and show you what a real brat is about if you'd like to see it. Don't think I'll hesitate for a second to knock you the fuck out, whore. You want to call my mother a cheap-ass hoe like I didn't see you sucking dick under the overpass in a Hyundai Accord? All because that man was selling you discounted LSD? Bitch, he wasn't even giving it to you for free. Don't ever in your life try to step to me, Melinda, because I have you pegged like a goddamn hole in the wall. You walking graceless venereal disease. Bitch. And Mom, what you need to do is leave that motherfucker for good. This isn't the first time he's cheated on your ass, and I promise you it's not going to be the last. The only option you have left at this point is to leave before he gives you a disease you can't cure, because a nasty punk bitch like that is never going to be faithful to you. If you stay with him, you may as well be in a one-ended open marriage. You know what? You're right, Maria. Our daughter's correct, Matt. This marriage is over. No, Penelope, wait! It's Samson, you need to get the hell out of here too. I can't even look you in the eyes right now. I know you're only 19 years old, but it's no excuse for what you did. I'm sorry, Alan. And as for you, Melinda, we're done. So you're really just gonna give up on us like that, Alan? You must not have ever loved me if that's all it takes for you to leave me. Don't even try it with me, Melinda, because clearly I loved you more than you ever even thought of loving me. I would have never done something like this to you. I've been faithful to you for 4 years, and you're out here having threesomes with my immediate family members and giving head to random men for cheap drugs? You're not the same woman I fell in love with in that downtown bistro in 2019. Now get the hell out of my house. You're gonna regret this. The only thing I'm ever gonna regret are the years of my life I wasted trying to build one with you. I don't give a damn if I have to drive you to Planned Parenthood and pay for it myself. You're getting an abortion. How dare you tell me to abort my child? You don't even know whether or not you're the father, because you're the one who lied and said you were on birth control. You wanted to trick me into getting you pregnant, you gold-digging slut. I didn't need to trick you into anything. You're the one who decided to lay down with me. If you want to keep running your fucking mouth, I'll be more than happy to tell Teresa that her daughter might be having a sister soon. You shut your fucking mouth and stay away from my family. You mean nothing to me, and that abomination growing inside of you means even less. And I'll make sure you never get to see it. Hi, honey. Oh, hi, Carl. Oh, yeah, I just came here straight from work, you know. We don't have parent-teacher conferences very often, so I thought we should both be here for Mariah. There's my little girl. How are you doing? All right, ma'am. Now, if you could just quickly run through everything so we could get home for dinner in a timely fashion, that would be fantastic. Actually, Mr. Welling, your daughter has been struggling quite a bit in class, and I wanted to take a little bit more time to speak with you in particular, Teresa. Oh, really? About what? Well, I'm assuming you haven't received the numerous notes that I've sent home with your daughter about her maybe not receiving enough attention at home. Oh, no, I received all of them. Oh, you did you? Oh, yes, I did. And I can promise you my daughter is getting more than enough attention at home. Oh, okay, well, beyond that, maybe your daughter should just pay a little more of that attention in class. I suppose that's it. Oh, really? That's it now? But you said you had so much to tell me. Well, I thought maybe we'd just elaborate a little more on what was already mentioned, but it seems like you're not interested in having a productive conversation. Oh, so that's how this is gonna be, huh? I promise it's not gonna have to be any type of way, Teresa. You can refer to me as Mrs. Welling, Nancy. Now, are you sure you have nothing else to tell me about? I'm sure. Oh, really? Not even the fact that you're fucking my husband? Bitch, come here. Bitch, come here. So what, did you think I was born yesterday, motherfucker? Baby, what are you even talking about? Don't even try to bullshit me right now, Carl. I went through your Google Drive last night and I saw everything. We're getting a divorce and I'm taking you for every fucking penny you have, you sorry piece of shit. Ow. What was that for? That was for sleeping with my husband. And on another note, this is for the audacity you had to lay your hands on my daughter, thinking she wouldn't come home and fucking tell me, bitch. Teresa, stop! She's pregnant! What did you just say to me? She's pregnant. And it might be Mariah's sister. You know what? Fine then, bitch. I'm not gonna kill you. But I am gonna tell your husband about what the fuck you've been doing. Hello, Curtis. Thank you for joining us. I just wanted to know if you were aware that your wife has been sleeping with my husband. My wife's been sleeping with your husband? Yes, she has. And she might be pregnant with his child. That's your husband right there. Yes, yes it is. Oh. Well, I've been sleeping with your husband too then. You know what? I'm done with this shit. She's disgusting, he's disgusting, and you're fucking disgusting. Well, girl, you should have been more disgusting. Maybe it would have kept your man at home. Come on, Mariah, let's... I told you to pick a place for us to eat. It's a simple fucking question, Rachel. And I told you I want you to pick a place this time, Maverick. We've gone where I wanted to eat for the past 3 weeks in a row. I know we have. And now it's gonna be 4 weeks in a row because I never get tired of seeing your beautiful face light up when I see you take a bite of your favorite cuisine. And what, you don't think I love to see you happy as well? Seeing you smile and nourish your body in the way you prefer makes me happier than anything else in this world. And that's why I don't give a fuck where we go. I would eat a goddamn bowl of roaches and earthworms if it made you happy. I would do anything to make you happy, and you fucking know that. Oh yeah? Well, I would do anything to make you happy too, Maverick. You took me in off the streets when I was doing crack, and I could never thank you enough for how you've helped me turn my life around. I would change everything about myself to make you happy. Well, if you want to make me happy, you know what the fuck you could do? Continue being yourself, and don't change anything about yourself for anybody but yourself, because I fell in love with you for the woman you are, and I fall more in love with you every day. And what you need to realize is at the end of the day, you're the one who took the initiative to get clean and turn your life around the way you have. You're the strongest woman I know. I'm sick and fucking tired of you acting like I'm perfect and that you love everything I do. I'm not acting for shit. Everything about you is perfect to me because no matter what happens, you'll always be the love and the light of my life. The first thing I do every morning when I wake up is look next to me and thank the God of every religion that I married the most wonderful person in the world and we have a beautiful, wonderful, healthy baby daughter together. And I wake up every morning and wonder how the fuck I got so lucky as to be married to the only man I could fathom spending my life with. You are not only an excellent husband and father, but the most kind-hearted person I've ever met. I would do anything for you. If I lost you, I would never love again. Oh, really? Is that so? Yeah, that's really how it is. You and our daughter are the center of my universe, and all I want is to spend the rest of my life with you both. Oh yeah, well I feel the exact same way. So that's exactly what the fuck you're gonna get done. Yeah, well alright. I just wanted to make it very fucking clear right now that both of you are incredible parents, and I could not have asked to be born into a better family, and it hurts my heart when I see either of you try to downplay the importance of your roles as it pertains to caring for each other and for me, because you are both phenomenal people. We love you so much, Danielle. Your presence is the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to us. Where would you like to eat tonight? You know what I would really like is for us to make a home-cooked dinner together as a family and eat at our dinner table. That sounds wonderful. Yeah, it does. You're not about to bring that trashy bitch into my house, Brody. Get her the fuck out of here. She has nowhere else to go, Catherine. Her parents kicked her out. Well, she would have never gotten kicked out if her parents didn't see you fucking her on their couch. If I saw my daughter being a nasty little whore like that, having sex with a 45-year-old man in my living room, I would have kicked her ass out too. Listen here, what you're gonna do is stop calling me a bitch and a whore, all because your husband chose me. Oh, best believe he didn't choose you, sweetheart. I'm the one who he was pleading to just last night to not divorce his ass, and I'm the one who's making him sleep in the basement. Well, he sure as shit wasn't sleeping in the basement basement last night because he was in a motel room with me. Well, I sure hope he can rent it out for one more night then, because your skank ass isn't stepping a singular fucking foot in my house. Oh, you want to call me a skank? Bitch, when you were my age, you were ass naked in downtown Seattle selling it for tips. I did what I did and I don't deny it. But even then, I would have never slept with a married man old enough to be my father. You're disgusting. Oh, I'm disgusting? Bitch, look at you. Excuse me. Bitch, look at you. Bitch, look at you. Mom, get off of her. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with you defending that slut? I can't believe you're still friends with her. Mom, what you need to understand is she's just as much of a victim in this situation as you are. How the fuck is she a victim? I've let that little whore into my house and she was 12 years old and she's gonna go and fuck my husband? That's exactly the point, Mom. Do you fucking hear yourself? She's known that man since she was 12 years old and now he's sleeping with her. He's the one who's fucking disgusting, and I'm not gonna throw away a friendship of 8 years all because you want to blame a 20-year-old girl for the actions of a man that you married. She is a grown-ass woman. She's younger than me. The difference is that you still act like a child, you spoiled little cunt, and that's why you still don't have a man. Oh, I act like a child? Well, I'm not the one standing here calling a girl half my age a slut and a bitch on my front porch so all the neighbors can hear. And how are you gonna call me a spoiled cunt when I've been paying $800 a month just to live with my own parents? And unlike you, I don't need a man in my life to know who the fuck I am because I'm not a weak-ass bitch, and I would never stand there and try to hold on to a man who was fucking around on me with another woman, let alone one that was still in high school when the pandemic started. So what you need to do is watch your fucking tongue like you should have watched your man, because I promise you, Tina isn't the first bitch he was fucking behind your back, and since your puss punk ass wouldn't dare leave him, she won't be the last either. Oh, you have it all the way fucked up, Stacy. I am the last because I'm his one and only, and you're not gonna come between us. Tina, you are delusional. You really think that man gives a fuck about you? He loves me. The only thing that piece of shit loves is himself, and you can only play this naive little princess role for so long before he finds his next victim. We are together, and you need to grow up and accept it. You need to grow the fuck up because the moment you do is when his sicko ass is gonna leave you. Oh, and by the way, motherfucker, get your ass over here. I got something to say to you. Stacy, calm the fuck down. You don't tell me to calm down, you nasty predator fucking pedo punk bitch. That's been my best friend since I was a little girl. I'm not a predator. Tina and I are in love. You need to stay out of our business because we're not even best friends anymore, you fucking cunt. Oh, really? We're not best friends and you're in love with my dad just like you were in love with Jackson when you were fucking him? Stacy, shut the hell up. Jackson? My own son? Is this the truth, Tina? Baby, did you or did you not sleep with my son? It's a simple fucking question. Seriously, Jackson? You weren't gonna tell me you slept with my girlfriend? Did I not raise you better than that? Motherfucker, you barely raised me at all. You were gone every night cheating on my mother. I'm gonna ask you one time, Jackson. Did you or did you not sleep with my girlfriend? Yeah, I fucked her. Matter of fact, I'm still fucking her. Bitch! Really, Mom? You're fucking my man? Violet, what are you even doing home? Shouldn't you still be at university? What am I even paying for? Bitch, you aren't paying for shit. That's coming out of Dad's pocketbook, and just wait until he finds out about this. He's not gonna find out about this. You're gonna shut your ungrateful little mouth and keep it ticking. No, actually, I don't think I will. This is the second time you cheated on him, and now you want to cheat with my own boyfriend? Out of all the men out there, you decided that you needed to lay down and get your pork chop penetrated by my man? And you think I'm just gonna take that line down? You must not know who the fuck I am. I'm sorry your man needed a real woman to please him. Oh, you're a real woman, are you? Is that right? Yes, that is right. Look at all this. Look at these curves. Now look at you. What kind of real woman would fuck around with her husband with a 20-year-old? At your big-ass age, that ain't nothing to be proud of. Bitch, get back here. Hey, take your hands off of me. You don't ever lay your hands on me. Who do you think you are? I think I'm your mother. You're not my mother anymore. You are just another side hoe. Seriously, Helen? And to think I even forgave you when you slept with Frozone. And I only found out about that because your vagina hadn't thawed out yet. What do you expect me to do, Bob, when you keep pushing me away? You barely treat me like you love me anymore. How am I supposed to treat you like I love you the same after you cheated on me with another man, Helen? And now you're hurting our daughter too? And Flynn, you little punk-ass bitch, get over here. Dad, stop! It's not worth it! Flynn, you can excuse yourself from the situation because we're done. We're not done. I know you'll come crawling back. The only thing that's gonna come crawling back is the crabs in your pubic hair. After you slept with that nasty-ass thought over there, you dirty-ass motherfucker, you can go back with Rapunzel and see if she wants your two-faced ass back. I'm not going anywhere. And you can walk right out that door with him, Helen. I'm not going anywhere. I live here. Well, you're gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight because I'm not sharing a bed with your ass. No, I'm gonna be sleeping in that bed. You're gonna be sleeping on the couch. I tell you what, Mom, you're gonna be sleeping right here. Yeah. You can't get up. Yeah, you bitch, you're knocked out now. Yeah, that's what you deserve. So you were just not gonna tell me that you were pregnant, Lisa? Who told you I was pregnant? Nobody told me. I got a voicemail from the doctor's office. You've been pregnant 4 months already and you've been going to ultrasounds without me? What the hell, Lisa? Dustin, I didn't tell you for a reason. What reason could you possibly have for not warning me we're about to have another kid? It's been hard enough raising Alex. We need to save money. I didn't tell you I was pregnant because you're not the one who's gonna raise the baby. Lisa, what are you talking about? Of course I'm gonna raise my child. I'm not pregnant with your child. Did you cheat on me, Lisa? I didn't just cheat on you, Dustin. I'm leaving you for another man, and I've been planning to for a very long time. Lisa, I thought we were fine. We were until I got tired of living off of your $20 an hour in welfare checks. I found a man who can actually provide for me. What do you mean I don't provide for you? I keep the bills on, I buy our son everything he needs. You can't even afford to take me out to dinner more than once a month. Well then who is it, Lisa? Whose baby are you pregnant with? She's pregnant with my child. Dad? Are you fucking kidding me right now, Dustin? I've been sleeping with your wife since I moved in. Really? You've been fucking my wife? You're proud of that shit? I didn't say I was proud of anything. You need to stop jumping to conclusions like you always do, and you need to get the hell away from me before I bash your fucking face, and you better think twice before you talk to me like that, you little brat. I'll cut you out of that inheritance in a heartbeat. I don't give a damn about that little penthouse you'll be the owner of when your mother passes away. I've always known you were a sorry piece of shit, and I don't need shit from you. Fuck you. So that's what you're leaving me for? You're mad that I can't provide for you, apparently, but you're gonna run off with that deadbeat fuckface who hasn't had a proper job in 20 years? His mom is gonna pass any day now. It doesn't matter if he has nothing at the moment, because he's gonna sell that house for over $2 million. Lisa, you can't just do this to our family. You can't just do this to our baby. That's our little Alex. I have something else to tell you, Dustin. Alex might not be yours either. You don't mean that. Yes, I sure the fuck do, because the same time I got pregnant, I had sex with your brother. Sebastian? That's your brother, isn't it? Yeah, we slept together multiple times. Excuse me? You didn't tell me that you'd slept with Sebastian. It happened before we ever got together, Dawn. Don't worry about it. No, actually, I think I will worry about it. You got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna be with somebody who my son slept with. What the hell are you even talking about? You had no problem sleeping with me knowing that I was married to your other son. Me and Dustin are nowhere near as close as I am with Sebastian. That's completely different. Well, if you love Sebastian so much more than me, then why don't you go live at his fucking house? Shut your fucking mouth. Taking me in is the least you could do for me. I housed you and fed you for 18 years straight. Yeah, because I was a child. You're the one who decided to bring me into this world. I don't have to repay you for shit. Sebastian, you should be ashamed of yourself. You knew I was sleeping with Lisa and you didn't even bother to tell me that you're the father of her firstborn? That's disgusting. What's the difference if her firstborn's child's father is me or your other son? You're the one who's still about to have a baby whose brother is biologically his uncle as well. You're disgusting for bringing that into the world in the first place. How are you gonna call me disgusting when you're the sexual predator who is letting your own brother raise your child for you? Listen, I've had enough of this shit. Dad, if you want to bring up the fact that Sebastian is a predator, you're about 15 years too late. You've known Sebastian was a predator from the time he was my age, and you covered it up for him every time the evidence was piling. You knew what he was doing to other boys and girls at that school. You knew what he was doing talking to high schoolers on Kick when he was 22, and a few weeks ago he DM'd explicit messages to my boyfriend who just turned 18 years old. You turned a blind eye to all that, and now you want to use it to deflect from your own actions? It really shows your true colors. What all you motherfuckers need to do right now is get the fuck out of Dustin's house, because you've done enough damage and the rest of your issues can be sorted out elsewhere. Angelica, thank you for your help, but please go to your room. I can deal with them on my own. I'm a grown man. You can't just do this to all of us, Dustin. I'm your wife. That's your nephew, your brother, your dad. We're your family, regardless of what we've done. I don't believe in the word family anymore. The only person I'm related to who seems to give a damn about me is my little sister. I've never in my life been betrayed like this by any of you. Now, if you would like to, you can leave that baby here, because nothing, not even this, is gonna change the way I love that child. But as for the rest of you, you can get the hell out of my house and get the hell out of my life for good. Thank you so much, first grade staff, for meeting me here today. As I stated in the morning email, I just have some concerns I wanted to address about our hallway conduct, particularly with you, Mrs. Josiah. Me in particular? Yep, that's what I said. Anyways, I felt the need to address the fact that your class always seems to be noticeably loud when they pass my classroom on their way to lunch every day. I would greatly appreciate it if you would try to calm them down as to not disturb the learning environment of my children. I just don't know about you, it's just that I deeply care about my students and their education. Now, don't get me twisted, Mrs. Dukakis. I very much care about the education of all the children here at Belatown Elementary. Oh, no, I never said that you didn't, Mrs. Josiah. No, but you very much implied it, did you not? No, I didn't imply anything like that. No, you very much did, I'm pretty sure. You can stop moving closer to me, Mrs. Josiah. You're making me uncomfortable. And you can stop talking to me with that condescending voice and acting like you're beyond reproach, Mrs. Dukakis. I'm getting sick and tired of the way you feel like you could talk down to me just because this is my first year teaching here. I'll have you know I'm very experienced and good at what I do, and I deserve to be treated as such. All right, you see here, learning example. It's what I'm talking about. You are being very loud and disruptive right now, and it's precisely why your class acts the way it does. Let's take the volume down just a bit, Mrs. Josiah. There's no reason to be hostile here. No, you know what? There is a reason, bitch! Excuse me? You mean to tell me you brought everybody here so you could call me out on some itty-bitty bullshit like that? You got me goddamn twisted. You think I don't see right the fuck through you. You know damn well all four of us have trouble containing the noise level in the hallway. And the only reason you don't is because you only have 4 damn kids a day in your part-time homeschool class. What the fuck do you know about trying to silence a group of 26 first graders when you sit on your ass all day watching fucking Reddit stories on YouTube while your class studies exclusively on their Chromebooks? Bitch, don't ever in your life compare yourself to me. I'm a teacher. You're a fucking babysitter. Well, congratulations, Mrs. Josiah. You have once again shown to the entire first grade staff just how classless you really are. Oh, I'm classless, am I? I believe you do have ears, so I assume you heard what I said, or maybe you're just too stupid to understand. I mean, after all, you did get fired from your last school district, right? You are classless and trashy. Really? You want to call me classless and trashy? Let me ask you a question, Mrs. Dukakis. How's that baby you have at home that you couldn't tell me the biological daddy of with a gun to your head? Follow-up question, how's that baby you're pregnant with that you can see from your own father-in-law, and that's why your husband fucking left you, you dirty twat flap asshole? Now you're shacked up all alone in that one-star motel while he has custody of that child that isn't even his. You, of all people, have absolutely no business telling anybody what modicum of class they have when you walk around here all day with that rotten-ass attitude and borderline incestuous bun in your oven. Now, if you don't mind me, I will be excusing myself from this meeting. Fuck you very much. Hello there, Mr. Josiah. Oh, hello, Mrs. Dukakis. How may I help you? You know, I was actually thinking maybe I could help you. I'm good. Your wife doesn't have to find out. Whoa, Mrs. Dukakis, this is beyond inappropriate. What on earth is wrong with you? What's wrong with me? What the hell is wrong with you? You don't want a piece of this? I would sooner have a piece of that foul-looking ass cake you brought to the bake sale last week. You really think I would throw away my marriage of 8 years just like that? You think I would sacrifice the well-being of my children all for what? A night of intimacy with Paris Best Western? What kind of man do you take me for, Mrs. Dukakis? And better yet, what kind of woman do you take yourself for? That you would not only cheat on your own husband, but that you would be such lowly scum as to try to sabotage somebody else's marriage at an establishment where you're supposed to be a role model. You disgust me right now. Well, you know what you should be disgusted by is your pathetic excuse of a wife. Don't bring up my wife. Because I promise, if you think there's any sort of equivalence there, you need to review your math curriculum. Unlike some people, my wife doesn't get passed around all my friends and family like a Netflix password. Get the fuck away from my classroom and go tend to matters that serve you, ma'am. Pardon me, Mrs. Dukakis. What's the problem, Mrs. Josiah? Did you try to have sex with my husband? Excuse me, it's a yes or no question. Did you or did you not walk your lanky ass across the campus to the 4th grade classrooms so you could try to have sex with my husband? Yeah, I did. Hey, ladies, break it up. What is going on here? I'm sorry you had to witness this tomfoolery, Mrs. Rachel, but my husband informed me that Mrs. Professional over here tried to sleep with him in his classroom. Seriously, Mrs. Dukakis? It wasn't enough that you broke pandemic restriction to have sex with my dementia-ridden grandfather in April of 2020, to which he died of the COVID he caught from you. No, you have to ruin the lives of all of your coworkers. You're a dirty, evil-ass bitch. I can't believe I ever tried to be friends with you. You know what? If that's what you think of me, that's fine. Believe what you want to believe. I don't have to believe in anything when the proof is in the tube of expired tapioca pudding standing in front of me. You're sleazy, you're heartless, and you don't have respect for anybody. Not even your goddamn self. You think you're all big and bad and shady when in reality you're just pathetic. You're a sad, jealous fucking loser. Jealous? What in Lord's name would I have to be jealous of? Oh girl, please. You know good and fucking well you're jealous of the fact that you asked out Mr. Parker and he rejected you so he could ask me out instead. And when I rejected him, he still didn't want your ass. Now you're jealous of her because you see some semblance of that family you lost when you decided to fuck around with your husband's dad. And you're jealous of every single last person in this school who has an ounce of integrity left within them, because Lord knows you ran out of that about 25 years ago. Now I suggest you go back home to that cockroach castle you're residing in and have the evening you deserve. Look, I'm sorry, okay? What else do you want from me? You know what? I don't want anything else from you, jackass. Just keep giving me those empty fucking apologies. Maybe one day you'll actually mean one of them. You know what? I take it back. I'm tired of saying I'm sorry to you. How about you say it for once, Mariah? The only thing I'm sorry about is the fact that I had a fucking child with you. Oh yeah, great, Mariah. Just say that while Amy's sitting right there. You know what? No. She needs to hear it so she knows not to grow up and have a baby with a shithead man-child like her father. You don't even know what yelling like this does to her. But trust me when I say that little girl will remember all this shit, Mariah. Yeah, the same little girl who remembered that her stupid sack of shit father got drunk and gambled away all the money that could have gone to her Christmas presents. But no, now we don't even have enough money to pay the mortgage on the house. Funny you wanted to talk shit about me doing OnlyFans, and now I need to make more money on it this month. You don't have to do OnlyFans, Mariah. You're the one who decided that's what you wanted to do. You could have found another job after the school district fired you. Yeah, well maybe I wouldn't have to have a job at all if you could just provide for us, Chris. I made more money selling pictures of my snatch last month than you did at work, and you won't even try to find a better job. It's not my fault they're price gouging every goddamn thing. Maybe I'd make more money if I actually started my own business, but we both know why I couldn't do that. Oh, what, why? Because I didn't get an abortion like you wanted, Chris? God forbid you had to drop your plans and raise your fucking daughter. Mariah, she's right fucking there. I don't give a damn. She knows what you're about. She's been seeing your bullshit firsthand for 9 years, Chris. As if she hasn't seen your bullshit, Mariah. The only reason I found out about your OnlyFans in the first place was through her. Because a boy in her class showed it to her at school. You fucking proud of yourself? Well, you know what, Chris? The only reason I started it was because I wanted to feel sexy again. I wanted to feel wanted. You haven't even had sex with me in 2 months. How do you expect me to want to have sex with you after you fucked your gym instructor, Mariah? Oh, here it goes. Yeah, you're right. Here it goes. You slept with another man. Yeah, I slept with Eric. And guess what? He had a bigger cock than you. You're a fucking whore. You want to call me a whore? Like I didn't find you texting that bitch you met at the casino first? I didn't sleep with Kara. That was an emotional affair. It's completely different. The only reason you haven't slept with anyone else is because you can't. You useless, ugly piece of shit. That's not true, and you know that's not true, Mariah. Oh, really? Well, who else wants you then, Chris? Nobody. Ever since you were born, nobody else gave a shit about you. I'm the only one who ever has. Your own parents didn't want anything to do with you, and that's why you spent 18 years in foster care. You couldn't even get fucking adopted. Nobody wanted. Well, clearly Kara wanted something to do with me. Well, if she wants you so bad, why don't you go crawl over to that bitch's house? Don't you call Kara a bitch. Oh, you have a problem with me calling her a bitch, but you had no problem calling me a cunt in the middle of a dinner party. I called you a cunt because you slapped me in the face. I sure the fuck did, and I'd do it again because you never fucking listened to me. All I said was we could talk about it later. My friends don't need to hear us argue precisely, and that's why I hit you in your fugly ass face that a mother couldn't even love. Go fuck yourself, you selfish cunt. Come on, big man. Hit me back, you chicken shit motherfucker, I dare you. Hit me, I want a fucking divorce. You want a divorce, motherfucker, you got one. Get the hell out of here. You know what? I will. And I'm taking my daughter with me. Go ahead and take her. I don't want to see her right now anyways. Her face reminds me of yours. Mommy, do you think I'm ugly? No, sweetheart. Why would you think that? You called Daddy ugly and you said my face reminds you of his. Oh, baby girl, you know I didn't mean it like that. Mommy is just frustrated with Daddy right now, so you have to go with him. Is that what you want, Amy? You want to come with Daddy? I don't want to leave Mommy, but I don't want my daddy to leave either. Come on, baby girl. We're going to Uncle Jeff's house. Come with me. All right, Eric, they're gone. Now, where were we? Excuse me, bitch? What are you doing with my fucking husband? Really, Tom? You're fucking our daughter's babysitter? Yeah, I've been sleeping with her since you fucked the guitar teacher. I only slept with him once and I said I was sorry. You should be grateful I even told you. Oh yeah, because that makes it all better. When you still rub it in my face that he had a bigger dick than me, I told you multiple times that was a joke. Oh yeah, it was a joke. Just like everything's a fucking joke to you, right? Just like our marriage has been a joke. And how you jokingly laid down and got your snatch penetrated by another man's hog. And you still want to act like I'm the problem because you are the problem, Tom. The only reason I had sex with him in the first place because I thought you were cheating on me. And now I know I was right. I wasn't cheating on you before you cheated on me. Oh, bullshit. Because you were leaving 3 days in a row so you could go do what? So I could be away from you. That's what. Oh, well, there you fucking go. Tiana, I am so sorry. I never meant to come in between you and your husband. Well, you certainly were letting my husband come in between you, bitch. Mama, leave Summer alone. This is your fault for making me still have a babysitter when I'm 16 years old. You still have a babysitter because I can't trust you, Tara. Especially with the way you've been acting since you got that punk-ass little boyfriend. I'm old enough to be on my own and make my own decisions. You are still a baby. Oh yeah, well if I'm still a baby, then why am I about to have one? Excuse me, young lady, you heard me. I'm pregnant. I'm having my baby and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Baby, I told you not to tell her. Actually, Jake, there's something I gotta tell you. It's not your baby. Tara, what do you mean? I slept with my home ec teacher the same week I got pregnant. I'm so sorry, Jake. It's okay, baby. I love you, and I can still be the stepfather. You're not gonna be step shit. I haven't liked your ass since you started bringing her alcohol. You're the reason she's turned into a little whore. Don't you dare call my daughter a whore. She's my daughter, too, and I'll raise her however the fuck I want to raise her. The only reason she acts that way is because she learned it from you. Shut your fucking mouth. Get the hell out of here. I want a divorce. Keep your fucking hands off me. I'll call the cops again, Tom. Keep your fucking hands off me. I'm done with your bullshit. You know what? He's right, Mama. Just like when I was 8 years old and I saw you sleeping with the mailman and you bought me tickets to the Chainsmokers so I wouldn't tell Dad. What the fuck? Are you serious, Tara? You kept... First of all, the Chainsmokers? Yeah, what about it? I just feel... I don't know. Out of all the acts you could have gone to see, you picked... I mean, Dad, it was 2016. Well, yeah, I mean... I guess fair enough. I really like that song they did with Coldplay. Oh, yeah, no, that's a great song. I mean, Coldplay is a great band. They really are. You know, we should go see them. I mean, yeah, if they're on tour. Are they on... Oh, no, totally. I'll check it. If so, we can put that one in the books. That actually sounds like a really fun father-daughter evening. Yeah. But I can't believe you would go all this time without telling me what your mother did. But, Daddy, I didn't want you to leave again. I can't do this fucking shit right now. Just leave me alone. Well... Are you proud of yourself, Tara? Go to your room, you're grounded, and first thing tomorrow morning, I'm calling you out of school so we can go to Planned Parenthood and get that shit vacuumed the fuck out of you. Now, I'm keeping my baby. I'm not letting you make the same mistakes that I did. Oh, because that's all I am to you, right? A mistake? I didn't say you are a mistake, I said you were one. It doesn't mean I don't love you or care about you, but what it does mean is that I was not equipped to be a mother at 16 years old, and neither are you. I don't care if I'm not old enough, I'm having my baby. No, you're not. We both know damn well if you keep that baby, I'm gonna be the one who ends up raising it. I'll be just fine raising my baby by myself, and I'll sure do a better job than you did because I'll prioritize my child like hell you will. You don't prioritize school, you don't prioritize family, you didn't prioritize your job, and that's why you got fired. You haven't prioritized shit in your life before. You think you're gonna know how to prioritize a whole fucking child? You have no idea what I had to go through to take care of you. Well, I know what I'm not gonna do is prioritize things that you did. You were the one who was doing fucking coke while you were pregnant with me. I only did coke twice while I was pregnant with you. And you know what? I saw that fucking prescription medication you had hidden under your bed last week while the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. Now did it? Fuck you. Go to your room, you're grounded, and you're getting an abortion. You can't ground me anymore because I'm running away. Oh, really? And where are you gonna stay, Tara? I'm gonna live with Jake. Absolutely fucking not. Go to your room. Then let go of me. Wait, Tara, come on. Get in the helicopter. What the fuck? So I've been seeing a lot of people arguing and debating and confused about this matter in my comment section, so I'm just going to dead the issue right now. Yes, the streets whispers are true. I am a trans woman. This is not the first time I've addressed this on TikTok. I'm sure it won't be the last, but it's a thing. Now, I'm fully aware of what I look like and the fact that I am perceived as a male. That's why I don't even really try to present femme, because I just am not reaching for things that ain't there yet. I have not had much in the way of surgery, mainly because I can't really afford it as of now. I still have to get my fucking teeth fixed, like bitch priorities. And listen, if you care enough about me to refer to me as a she and validate the way I feel inside, that's wonderful and I beyond fucking appreciate it. I really do. However, I will say, if you see somebody comment on a completely unrelated video and haphazardly say he because that's what I look like, please do not correct them. You do not have to start an argument in the comments. It makes me far more uncomfortable to watch people in the comment section argue over my gender dysphoria than it does to just, like, see a comment referring to me as a he. Like, it's much easier. If anything, it just incentivizes and attracts people who hate trans people to me, and that's something I like avoiding. Because at the end of the day, the reason why I get on the internet and post the content I post and do the things I do are for me. They're not so that I can convince random fuck-ass people that I don't even know that I'm really a woman. It's just not my prerogative. It's not my job. So in conclusion, you can refer to me however which way you want. If you want to say they, she, he, it, what the fuck ever you want to do, at least until I get that FFS. So something that I think might be fun today would be to give you a rundown of the various different white men I have been told I look like on this app. Now straddle in for a history lesson here because we're going all the way back to 2019. I posted one singular TikTok with this neon blue hair, and 4 of the 5 comments I received were informing me that I looked like Ninja. Much like a lot of people, I started actively posting on TikTok in 2020 during the pandemic, where I had this beach blonde Bieber cut going on, and I had a plethora of comments comparing me to Logan Paul. Because of the fact I did not find being compared to Logan Paul quite flattering, I ended up dyeing my hair back to brown, and then the Jesse Eisenberg comparison started rolling in. At one point, I was in a situation where I decided to cut all my hair off. I know, bad call, you don't have to remind me. And this is when the Sheldon Cooper comments started coming in. Now, while I must say that all of the comparisons I experienced before this one were incessant, people were absolutely fucking relentless about this one to this day. My hair grew out ever so slightly, and this is when I started getting a lot of Tobey Maguire comments. After the matter, my hair of course once more grew ever so slightly, and I started getting a ton of Michael Cera comments. Which is what brings us here today, where my hair is starting to grow back out to a more optimal length, and I am now getting Noah Schnapp comments. In conclusion, what we can take away from this is that I have a superpower to look like literally every white man on Earth, so long as I style my hair accordingly. This is a day in the life of a full-time TikTok creator. The first thing I do every day when I wake up at 4 p.m. is recall the limitations of my mortal vessel and ponder the psychological trauma of living. I then immediately pull out my phone and begin responding to hate comments people write about me on the internet. My roommate was at work, so I snuck in her room to put on her clothes. I was feeling a bit hungry, so I prepared a balanced breakfast of Oreos, silver tequila, and absolute vodka. It was delicious, and then I got lit the fuck up. After that, it was obviously bath time, and my roommate gave me permission to bring my toys in the bath with me today. Things got pretty intense when Woody slept with his best friend's girlfriend. Then it was time to hit the town. I take the bus because I can't get my license until I'm 25. For lunch, I got some food from Mexicans. I went out to trivia with my millennial friends Allie and Sam over here, and the food was pretty good. I like Mexicans. I got home and it was time for dinner, so I prepared some spinach with Coca-Cola. I chowed down on it while watching a Family Guy compilation. I then left a very strongly worded voicemail for my representative. Then I decided to wind down with a Mad Lib. Then it was time for Betty Bye, so I turned out my lights and put on Taylor Swift's 2014 BBC Radio 1 interview because it helps me fall asleep. Thank you for watching. I keep hearing people say shit like, ooh, now that Diddy's being indicted, we're gonna find out so much more new information, we're gonna tear Hollywood to shreds piece by piece, we're gonna bring the whole industry crumbling down, and to that I say, wah, wah, wah. Y'all aren't gonna do shit. And you know how I know y'all aren't gonna do shit? Because historically speaking, y'all haven't done shit. Let's go back for a second here. Let's think. Do we need any further evidence that Chris Brown is a bad person? Do we need any further indication that Marilyn Manson is a fucking creep? Oh, pardon me, did I interrupt you while you were streaming that song by an artist voluntarily signed to Dr. Luke? Have any of these people faced virtually any material repercussions whatsoever for any of the disgusting, abhorrent things that they've done? If I ran down a list of the top 100 most popular artists on Spotify at the moment, I would likely be able to categorize each and every single one of them as A, a sex offender, B, an abuser, or C, a person who is unnervingly friendly with sex offenders and abusers. In 2015, Tyga quite literally released a song where he was bragging about statutorily a then underage Kylie Jenner, and flash forward 10 years later, he is still putting out massively successful charting hit singles. As a matter of fact, you know who not only co-wrote and produced that song for him, but also said that Tyga was smart for getting it in early? Kanye West, who I'm now being told by the lot of you I owe an apology to, because he tried to ward us. Bull fucking shit, he was probably at the parties doing the freak shit with Diddy, and now he's trying to save face. Earlier this year, I saw the Jonas Brothers getting absolutely torpedoed with hate from their own fans because they dared to cancel a couple of shows, yet I've never seen them get even a modicum of backlash for the fact that Joe Jonas once tried to pick up a 13-year-old girl from a red carpet event. Because after all, we can excuse child abduction and sexual abuse, but God forbid I've already booked my hotel! We live in a world where a repeat sex offender is currently running for president and will likely win the upcoming election because the majority of this country is more scared of fucking neo-pronouns in Mexicans than they are of literal rape. We live in a world where Ronnie Radke is allowed to be alive. Not even like 2 years ago, Balenciaga ran a whole-ass child ad and literally nothing happened. Celebrities still wear their shit, and more importantly, you still support the celebrities that wear their shit and name drop their brand in songs. Oh, and by the way, whatever happened to all those Epstein logs? Remember all those celebrities that were exposed for being involved in child trafficking? Did we just beg for those for 5 years just to completely forget about them? Naomi Campbell? I see fucking girl boss edits of her on Twitter every week. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. God forbid I start calling out some of your actual faves. Fuck, I'm at my mom's house right now. This motherfucker beat both of his wives and neglected his firstborn son. Dare I mention that rock and roll legend Iggy Pop once wrote a song about how he slept with a 13-year-old groupie? Dare I mention the fact that the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers wrote in graphic detail in his autobiography about how he had sex with a 14-year-old girl? And not just that, he knew she was 14 and she had a missing person alert out on her at the time. Dare I mention that Major Tom himself, David Bowie, once gave two 15-year-old girls drugs and alcohol and proceeded to have a threesome with them. Dare I mention I can't even say that one because I'm gonna get my house burned down and my entire family killed. Why? Because you lot care more about defending the content you consume and the jingles you hum to than you do about protecting victims of child sexual abuse. Because that's what humanity as a monolith is, always has been, and likely always will be, and why none of this will ever change. Because we're awful. Fucking 4 assholes up here. All 4 of them. Ladies, before you start that OF account posting up the hoo-ha and the ta-tas for all to see, I just want to take a moment to put this into perspective for you. The average monthly subscription rate for an OF account is approximately $7.21. Now, let me tell you what I paid $12.99 for. This hunk of plastic that I make fight with other hunks of plastic on the internet for views. Is that really what you think your whole picks are worth? And yes, I do understand that it is a monthly subscription these fans of yours will be paying multiple times. However, you have to remember, a lot of the scumbag pervert men who pay for OF are more than happy to pay that toll approximately once and screen record every single thing you've ever done, cancel their subscription, and keep all of that for life. Even if you decide to delete the account, they got all that for not even $7.21 a month, because that's the average. Most of you are going to be making less than that. Whole pics, fetish content, some of y'all are even shoving stuff up in there for a third of the price of my weekly DoorDash from Jack in the Box. Let's use our noggins. So I just wanted to make a video because this is something that's been weighing down on me a lot for a very long time, and it's regarding the Cha-Cha Slide. Now, for all intents and purposes, the Cha-Cha Slide is one of my favorite dance songs because of the fact that it's so straightforward. For example, a song like the Cupid Shuffle needs you to know the dance move beforehand, or even Teach Me How to Dougie just has really unclear instructions. I like songs like Hit the Quan, where it's like get down low and sway your arms. It's very straightforward. I understand what's happening. And Cha-Cha Slide spells it out for you completely. It's okay. Right foot, left song, done. Left foot, left song, done. Slide to the left. Take it back now. You know, there's no confusion at all. But then, in the middle of the song, which mind you, this song is like 7 fucking minutes long for no reason at all, he says, Charlie Brown. And who the fuck invited him? And listen, before any of you even start typing, I don't want to hear that I'm obtuse or it's just so obvious. If you know what the fucking Charlie Brown dance is, good for fucking you, Joshua Bassett, but not all of us do. And clearly we fucking don't, because every time I've seen someone try to enact said Charlie Brown dance, they're always doing some wackadoo fuck-ass shit. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. It's a completely gratuitous element of the song. It just pisses me off. It pisses me the fuck off, and it takes me out of the shit every time. I just don't fucking like it. I didn't want to have to make this video, but I have no other choice at this point because it's about high time somebody calls out this woman for her problematic and oppressive tactics. I am done being personally victimized by Taylor Swift. As I'm sure everybody knows already, I recently released a new song, and on the same day that I announced it, Taylor Swift decided to release the blondish remix of her song Fortnite, likely taunting me for not being a blonde. And now, solely because of her manipulative dogpiling tactics, my new song 10 is not predicted to go #1 on the bubbling under Billboard Hot 100 TikTok songwriters chart. She has single-handedly killed all of my momentum. This was a highly anticipated release with over 15 pre-saves on Spotify. And the worst part is this isn't even the first time this has happened. When I released my album Hopelessly Romantic in 2022, what did Taylor Swift do just 3 days later? She announces that she's putting out her own album, Midnights. And even when my first album came out back in 2019, Taylor just a few days later decided to release her song from the Cat soundtrack. By the way, I was still technically a teenager during this time. Way to go bully a child, Taylor. It is long past due that we all stand up and put a stop to Dictator Swift and her brain-dead Stan's monopoly over the music industry. Let other crackers succeed. So you guys want to know why I despise this sorry piece of shit right here? Well, I could go on all day, but I suppose I'll just boil it down to the basics for you. Fraudulence, narcissism, homophobia, playing the victim. What people really seem to overlook is what Cinnamon put Apple through, not just on the basis of his sexuality, but out of sheer jealousy, stomping his way into all of Apple's commercials, taking credit for Apple's work and success. And the thing that kills me is this scumbag bitch knew from the fucking beginning that Kellogg's would let him get away with all of it, because Kellogg's, as you know already, treats its real employees like shit. And what really fucking irks me about it is he did all this backhanded posturing bullshit under the guise of cinnamon actually being the primary ingredient in Apple Jacks, which, let's just throw this out the window right now. First and foremost, you candlestick built bitch, it's called Apple Jacks for a fucking reason. And it doesn't take a real Apple Jacks consumer to fucking taste buds to understand he's doing the fucking heavy lifting here, and he always has been. And it's not even just that Apple is the more primary flavor. There are 2 different types of Apple ingredients listed on the box before cinnamon even comes into the fucking picture. Forget beefing with Apple fraud, you should be battling with cornstarch for second place, you flimsy bitch. And the truth of the matter is, if you really were that bitch that you claim to be, Cinnamid, then let me ask you why nobody was checking for your big launch. No, let's talk about it. Let's wake that up, because Kellogg's lets you have the floor, the set, and the stage all to yourself, and guess what? Shocker, your shit got discontinued. No one wanted it. And the answer as to why is very simple, Cinnamon. You don't have the flavor, you don't have the material, the X factor. You don't have what it takes to be a real pinup spice. You're not a powerhouse. You never have been, and you never will be one. Well, in any case, since you evidently have so much more free time now, sir, you can get back to doing what you truly do best. Choking innocent people with your repugnant palate and rough texture. Fuck you. Apologize to Glozell and get back in the kitchen at Cinnabon where your services are actually needed until they inevitably close that shit down too. Because that's all your flop ass is capable of accomplishing. Failure. Burn in hell. Hi, I just wanted to make this video real quick to clarify my thoughts on this subject, as a lot of people have been asking me to do such. I'm going to use as coded of language as I can in this video because every time I've previously tried to make a video on this subject matter, it's either gotten flagged for review or taken down or just completely suppressed by the algorithm. I do not support Isn't Real. I don't believe Isn't Real is a real place. I believe it's an American colony made up by the United States of America so they can kill brown people and steal their land under the guise of it technically being a different country, but it's actually just the United States in sheep's clothing because that's all the United States of America has ever done since its inception is kill brown people and steal their land. I do not support Isn't Real in any fathomable way, shape, or form beyond its capacity to crumble. I am very pro-watermelon people, and I have been ever since I first learned about what this conflict even was. Back when I was in high school, I used to run a Taylor Swift stan account on Twitter, and one of my mutuals named Nayama ended up going to prison for several months because she refused to join the IDF. She said she did not want to murder children. I repeat, it is illegal to not want to murder children in Isn't Real. So if you're defending it, that's what you're defending. In conclusion, fuck Isn't Real, fuck the United States of America's government, fuck Amy and if you get down with genocide, fuck you too. You're a disgusting, vile, reprehensible human being, and I hope you die and rot in hell, you piece of shit. Harm yourself. So by now I'm sure you've seen that video of that football man named Hairiest Butt Crack or whatever giving the speech about how much he doesn't like gays and women's rights and whatnot. And I just have to say, this here is the slippery slope of wanting all famous people and entertainers to be vocal about their political opinions. I think sometimes we forget that a lot of these bitches are kind of dumb, and I just kind of don't want to hear it. Like, for example, let's dial it back a bit here. You, sir, are a football player. Why am I hearing you speak? And not just speak, but giving an advice speech to a graduating college class. Your job is to get hit in the head. Or, I'm sorry, you're a kicker. Your job is to show up and kick a ball like 3 times. You get paid millions of dollars to do that. These are the same men who will be telling other people they need to get real jobs, by the way. And listen, Republicans, and I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this, not everybody needs to have goddamn kids. And look, I'm saying this as a person who loves kids. I want to have kids of my own someday. Shit, I work at a daycare. Not everybody is cut out for this type of lifestyle. And if you listen closely to that speech that Hairiest Butt Crack gives, and he's talking about how great kids are and everybody should have them, you can faintly hear a loud-ass baby at the back of the auditorium just hooping and hollering, crying, presumably about how fucking stupid this speech is. Not everybody is equipped to deal with this. And even if you wanted to give a good faith speech about how great it is to be a parent, there is a time and place for everything, and that time and place is not at a fucking college graduation. These people did not go to school for 4 years to learn how to get pounded raw. Sir, you really should have just stood there on your mark and kicked the goddamn ball like you get paid the millions of dollars to do, because look at what you've done now. Now all these motherfuckers want you out of here. You're gonna show up to your first game in August, and they're gonna have Lucy from Charlie Brown waiting on the field for you. Good luck, Mr. Butt Crack. By the way, if you have some change to spare, head to my bio and help out my homegirl Salam here. She's trying to get her family out of Gaza. Ever since I called Kendrick Lamar senpai, I've had an influx of commenters saying something to the degree of, well, Bela, are you gonna talk about the time that Kendrick Lamar defended R. Kelly? Bela, Kendrick Lamar said he was gonna take his music down from Spotify if they took R. Kelly's music down. What I'm going to do right now is defend Kendrick Lamar, because he never defended R. Kelly, and you're just taking what he said completely out of context. In 2018, Spotify temporarily launched their artist misconduct policy, which basically meant that if they disagreed with the behavior of any artist in particular, they could just take their music down at their leisure. The first 2 targets here were R. Kelly, who, while we didn't know the bulk of what we know now about him, we already knew he wasn't a very good person, and XXXTentacion, who, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't have any sexual abuse charges, but does have some domestic abuse allegations. He also beat up a gay guy in prison once, which, you know, that's not very nice of him. Kendrick Lamar perceived this policy as unfairly targeting only black artists, and because of that, he said if they were to continue doing this, he would be pulling his music down from Spotify. Now, let me say first and foremost, would this be the hill that I personally would be willing to die on? No, but in case you couldn't tell already, I'm not a black guy, so, you know, I don't exactly know where the priorities lay here. What I will say is that Kendrick Lamar, beyond anything else here, has a fucking point. If we're going to start taking people's music down because they have a criminal record, do you have any idea how many fucking white men we would need to filter through before we even get to the 21st century? And as much as people will argue that it's different because hip-hop artists often bring their criminal activity into the music, they seem to just turn the left cheek coincidentally when white guys do the same fucking thing. If we're gonna be forcibly removing people's discographies from streaming services, perhaps we could first start with the beloved Iggy Pop, one of the most prolific rock stars of all time, who once opened his song Look Away with the lyrics, "I slept with Sable when she was 13. Her parents were too rich to do anything." This song was available on all streaming services, including Spotify, up until just a few short years ago when his label took it down. Spotify didn't make him. That means that at the same time that Spotify was unleashing these policies and only targeting black artists, Iggy Pop just had this song up on Spotify and was making money off of it. You ever heard of this song, Into the Night by Benny Mardones? One of the biggest hits of the 1980s, and it's literally just a song about statutorily raping a 16-year-old girl. Not so fun fact, this song was a #1 hit twice in the 80s. Once in 1980 when it came out, and then again in 1989. It was in a movie, and people were like, you know what, that song? That wasn't enough of a #1 hit. That song about raping a child, let's make that a hit song again. But guess what's been sitting pretty and comfortably on Spotify since its inception? As a matter of fact, you know what we're gonna do here? We're just gonna stay in the lane of hip-hop. I want you to go listen to Guilty Conscience by Eminem. I want you to come back to me and tell me that we need to take XXXTentacion's music down because it's too problematic. So, in conclusion, no, Kendrick Lamar was not the bitch in question who was dancing making R. Kelly go viral. He was simply making a pretty good point, and utilizing it to deflect from the fact that Drake is an actual predator is kinda weird of you.